Hey folks, want to jump on here and shoot a quick solo episode of the podcast. For those of you who don't know, based in Sydney, Australia at the moment, a registered business called Fluxium AI with my co-founder Matthew Gamblin, and excited to announce a technical business partner who's going to be coming on in the next week or the following. We'll launch all of that in due course publicly and give it the time it needs. So super excited. Today we'll talk a bit about strategy. One of my favorite topics, and something when I was in university, undergraduate and business and postgraduate in business school, something that I seem to do quite well at. Therefore, today I thought it'd be a good to come on and just briefly discuss for anyone out there who doesn't know what it is, who wants to understand how they could implement a structure around their business or life, but maybe we'll put it in a business context at the moment. That said, let's jump into the show. So briefly, we'll just go to the AI overview, or not just, but on Google, strategy is a high-level plan of or course of action designed to achieve a specific long-term goal under conditions of uncertainty. It dictates where to focus your efforts, how to allocate resources, and how to outmaneuver competition or overcome challenges. Strategy versus tactics. Understanding the difference is key to know what strategy is. Strategy, the what and why, it provides the overarching direction and framework for success. E.g., quote, we will become the market leader by focusing exclusively on eco-friendly products, end quote. Tactics, the how, these are the specific actionable steps or tasks or individual tasks used to execute the strategy. E.g., quote, run a social media campaign, end quote, or, quote, reduce plastic packaging, end quote. Why strategy matters. A well-defined strategy helps you set priorities, prevents you from wasting time on busy work by setting clear boundaries on what you should not do. Allocate resources, ensures money, time, and personnel are directed toward your most important objectives. Navigate uncertainty, provides a guiding framework so you can make consistent decisions even when circumstances or markets change. Core elements of strategy. A complete and effective strategy typically answer 5 key questions. Number 1, arenas. Where will we operate? Which markets, products, or segments? Question mark. Number 2, vehicles. How will you get there? Question mark. Acquire other businesses, build internally, or form alliances. Number 3, differentiators. How will you win? What makes you unique or better than alternatives? Number 4, staging. What will be your speed or sequence of moves? Number 5, economic logic. How will you how will you generate returns and sustain profitability? You can dive deeper into practical frameworks and models for implementing these concepts on resources like Harvard Business Review or general definitions on Merriam-Webster. So, quote, what is strategy? End quote, is one of the most influential business articles written by Michael Porter, originally published in Harvard Business Review in 1996. The central argument, strategy is about being different. Porter argues that many companies confuse operational efficiency with actual strategy. The core idea, operational effectiveness does not equal strategy. Operational effectiveness means doing the same activities better, faster, cheaper than competitors. Examples: improving software, reducing costs, optimizing processes. Important? Yes. Sufficient for long-term advantage? No, because competitors can copy best practices. What strategy really is, strategy equals unique positioning. A company must choose a different set of activities to deliver unique value to a specific customer group. Example, a luxury hotel and a boutique hotel are not just, quote, better or worse, end quote, versions of each other. They are strategically different customers, different economics, different operations, different experiences. Porter's 3 key principles of strategy. Number 1, create a unique and valuable position. A company should serve different needs, different customers, or the same customers differently. Three positioning types: type variety based, meaning different products slash services; needs based, different customer needs; access based, different customer access. Number two, make trade offs. This is one of Porter's most famous ideas. Strategy requires saying, quote, no, end quote. You can successfully be ultra premium and ultra cheap, highly customizable and extremely standardized, broad market and deeply niched focus. Trying to do everything creates confusion, inefficiency, weak positioning. Example, a low cost airline avoids free meals, complex routing, multiple aircraft types. Those trade offs support the strategy. Number three, fit among activities. Porter says competitive advantages come from a system of reinforcing activities, not isolated strengths. Example, low cost airline, fast turnaround, standardized fleet, no luxury extras, direct booking, point to point routes. Each activity reinforces each other. This creates lower cost, consistency, defensibility. Competitors struggle to copy only one piece. Strategy versus growth. Porter warned growth can destroy strategy. Common problems: companies expand too broadly, chase every opportunity, lose focus, dilute their positioning. Strong strategy often means disciplined focus, selective expansion, and protecting differentiation. Sustainable competitive advantage. Porter believed long term advantage comes from unique positioning, trade offs, tightly aligned activities, not from temporary tactics, management fads, or pure efficiency improvements. Famous Porter quote, this is over on ChatGPT, by the way, quote, the essence of strategy is choosing what not to do, end quote. This means prioritization, focus, sacrifice are central to winning. Simple Porter strategy formula: element, positioning, question, what unique value do we offer? Trade offs: the question, what will we not do? And the element, fit, do our activities reinforce each other? Element, sustainability, question, is our advantage hard to copy? Modern relevance. Porter's ideas still heavily influence consulting firms, MBA programs, private equity, startup strategy, corporate planning. Modern companies extend Porter using AI slash data models or data moats, not models, moats, network effects, platform ecosystems, creator slash community driven dynamics. Related Porter works: competitive strategy, competitive advantage, and competition. The original article, Harvard Business Review, what is strategy? So, in startup strategy, a wedge is a narrow entry point into a market that helps a startup gain initial traction before expanding. The idea is start small, dominate a specific use case or customer segment, then expand outward. A wedge is often easier to sell, easier to explain, cheaper to acquire customers for, and is strong enough to create momentum. Simple definition: a wedge is the first compelling reason customers adopt your product in a focused niche that opens the door to a much larger opportunity. Why startups need a wedge? Early stage startups usually lack brand recognition, distribution, capital trust, operational scale, so competing broadly against incumbents is difficult. The wedge helps by concentrating resources, reducing competition, accelerating product market fit. Typical wedge characteristics: a strong wedge is characteristic, narrow, why it matters, easier to dominate. The characteristic, painful problem, why it matters. Customer urgently care. Characteristic, high frequency, why it matters. Repeated usage. Characteristic, easy to adopt, why it matters. Low switching friction. Characteristic, expandable, why it matters. Leads to adjacent markets. Characteristic, defensible, why it matters. Creates recognition or network effects. Famous startup wedges: Facebook. Initial wedge, Harvard students only, not, quote, everyone on earth, end quote. Started with exclusive campus identity, dense social graph, strong engagement, then expanded university by university. Amazon, initial wedge, online bookstore. Books were ideal because huge catalog, standardized inventory, easy shipping. After winning books, expanded into all retail categories. Slack, initial wedge, internal communication for technical slash product teams, then expanded to broader enterprise collaboration. Uber, initial wedge, black car service in San Francisco, not all transportation everywhere, focused on affluent early adopters, defense or dense, excuse me, that's, you grab some dinner in a while. Dense urban demand, superior UX, which is user experience, for those of you out there wondering. Types of startup wedges. Number one, customer wedge. Target one specific customer segment. Examples, dentists, lawyers, indie game developers. Number two, use case wedge. Solve one painful workflow extremely well. Example, invoice automation, meeting transcription, inventory forecasting. Number three, geographical wedge. Dominate one city or region first. Common in marketplaces, logistics, social networks. Number four, product wedge. Offer one highly differentiated feature. Example, fastest AI image generation, easily scheduling workflow, low latency infrastructure. Number five, community wedge. Win a tightly connected group. This creates word of mouth growth, network effects, credibility. Wedge versus vision. A common startup mistake, tiny vision or huge vision with no wedge. Great startups often combine massive long-term ambition with extremely focused initial entry. Example, vision, reinvent business communication. Wedge, messaging for engineering teams. Wedge expansion strategy. Typical sequence: number one, find narrow wedge. Number two, achieve product market fit. Number three, build retention. Number four, create distribution advantages. Number five, expand into adjacent markets. Number six, build ecosystem/platform. Connection to strategy. The wedge is closely related to Michael Porter's focus strategy, the beachhead market theory, and lean startup thinking. The wedge is essentially strategic focus on the earliest stage. Good wedge examples: modern AI era, startup area, AI legal. Strong wedge, contract review for SMB law firms. Startup area, AI healthcare. The strong wedge, medical transcription. Startup area, fintech. Strong wedge, expense management for startups. Startup area, SaaS. Strong wedge, scheduling for recruiters. Weak wedge examples: weak wedge, quote, AI for everyone, end quote. Why weak? Too broad. Weak wedge, quote, AI all-in-one platform, end quote. Why weak? No initial focus. Weak wedge, quote, marketplace for everything, end quote. Why weak? No density. Weak wedge, quote, social network for all users, end quote. Why weak? Hard, cold start. The wedge formula, a useful startup formula, small enough to win quickly, large enough to expand massively later. That balance is what makes a wedge powerful. That's only one example of strategy, but it came up the other day in conversation in Tech Central in Stone and Chalk at the Intercom Fishburners party during the Sunrise Week. It's a festival in Sydney for startups by Blackbird. And yeah, the concept of a wedge, one of the staff members in Fishburners were talking about it. He mentioned it. Yeah, it just popped into my mind to combine that and talk a bit about strategy today, just where we are with the startup. That's kind of where we're at. And wanted to be transparent, come on here and share a bit. If you want more information on the business, this isn't a big ask, by the way. Feel free to you look online. It's all on LinkedIn, or there's some on Instagram, some content, and YouTube. And there's a website. Thinking about pivoting the podcast to Fluxium AI, but it's under my name at the moment. So wait and see over the next while. And is there anything else? Yeah, feel free to leave a review. If you're enjoying the content, you're getting some benefit, feel free to leave a quick review or subscribe over on YouTube. And hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks.